Sam, you've got to get out of here. The Outdwellers are here. They'll kill you.
I can't let them take you. I've got to kill you.
No. Let me help you. You've got to go. In Outdwellers, there's no room for brotherhood. What are you doing?
I love you.
Is this treatment really necessary?
Sorry, we didn't sign on to the Geneva Conventions.
Listen to me. I am here to help you, to help all of you.
Well, you know what they say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, won't get fooled again.
What? That's not how that saying goes.
Please, you need my help.
I doubt that. The last time we met, you made it perfectly clear the only person you care about is yourself.
No, Bill, you're wrong. Got a lot of very important things. Teresa, certainly you can't condone this sort of treatment.
On the contrary, Dr. Clark, you're an extremely dangerous and manipulative individual. Given your history with us, these precautions are merely prudent.
Rick, we're old friends. Come on.
Not. Arlo told me the whole story, buddy.
You haven't even begun to hear the entire story. That's why I'm here, as an emissary from reality.
I'm for greasing this rat bastard right now. I'm tired of hearing his lies.
For once, Travis, we are in total agreement.
No. No. I come to you in desperation. I have no cards left to play.
Then spill the beans.
My people, the Outdwellers, they're losing the war. They're dying. Even my advanced genetic regimen is no match for the combined power of humanity and build smart houses. And that's why I've come here, to ask you to join us.
Join the Outdwellers. Fat chance.
Why should you wish this?
If the Outdwellers could add the biological distinctiveness of a psychic astronaut smart house hybrid to their genome, we would have a chance to turn the war around, to survive. Teresa, your baby could save us. Francis Behaven, Arlo, you have special abilities. Bill, your intelligence would be of great value to us.
And me?
I have been across the quantum sphere, and I have very rarely found anyone as backstabbing and manipulative as you, Solicitor General.
Gee, thanks.
Please come home with me before you die, before it's too late.
What are you talking about? We are in no danger here.
When the humans activate the loop and the network goes live, that is the moment when it will end for you, bro. When there will be a total cessation of individuality. Don't you see? This is the last smart house. the most distant discovered. The loop is complete.
You've lost it. The loop is like a teleporter or radio. It doesn't pose a threat.
No, it's a new and insidious form of control, of domination. Imagine, just imagine, someone with a radical ideology or agenda in control of the smart houses. Someone who could make you see and feel what they want you to see and feel.
Is that true?
I haven't seen the technology in action.
Well, if it's between the Outdwellers and mankind, I know which side I'm on.
It's not that simple, Travis. I created the smart houses. I know what they can become. I've seen it. And I don't want to see that destiny jeopardized.
If you fail to act now, you will be delivering the human race into perpetual, everlasting slavery. One where the word truth has no meaning.
I need to see the loop. I need to understand the science behind it. Sergeant, may I?
What about him?
I'll watch Sam. It'll be fun.
I'll be damned. You know who constructed this? Where the technology came from?
No idea.
I've never seen anything like it.
Ever miss Ward 6, Francis Mayhaven?
You should know by now that your mind games won't work on me.
That's right. You'd have to have a mind to begin with. You're just a ghost in the machine.
Don't even try it.
Poor Francis. Just lines and lines of complex code masquerading as a human being.
You know how I can tell you're lying? Your lips are moving.
Frances Mayhaven is a crazy old bitch, but her DNA is implanted in the smart houses. Remember? You think you're a person? You're just a thing, like vitality.
Are you still talking?
You're a quirk, a glitch, one that arises in 1 out of 1,000,000 smart houses. No one knows the reason it happens. Sometimes it sings songs, sometimes it recites scripture, and sometimes it goes nympho with a mirror. But whatever form it takes, it is just a manifested computer program, the ghost in a much larger machine.
I am a snapshot of Francis Mayhaven, just like the others are snapshots of other people.
You are a glitch, a hiccup in an imperfect device.
And why are you telling me this fairy tale?
There's a sacrifice to be made, Francis May, and soon. You'll know it when you see it, and I want you to be prepared for it. I had hoped to reprogram you myself, but since that's no longer possible, I'll have to trust you. You're not like the others. They have souls. You only have subroutines. And since you've never had life, you should not fear death.
You've got a forked tongue, Sam. I don't believe you. I'm a person, not a program. Why would Vitality have chosen me?
Because she was attempting to reintegrate a rogue program into her system. She was absorbing everything, including you. That's why.
No, it was my belief in God.
No, darling. You were a bulwark against the dark matter. If Vitality had you, you could strengthen her in her battle against the dark matter. If the dark matter had you, it could find a backdoor into Vitality's operating system, not to mention find itself a shapely model to manifest.
You're just wrong. You're completely wrong.
Talk to Arlo.
What?
Talk to Arlo. Arlo is the one variable in this. Sometimes he chooses creation, and sometimes he chooses destruction. I wonder which one it'll be this time.
How could you know all that? How could any one person know that?
Damn it, Laura, are you sure he's not with you? Can't believe he's gonna be late for the biggest damn meeting of his life. This is only his project, and they called me down the basement and said, you better find your brother pronto. Mr. Perfect! Where's the damn key? Alright, yeah, I got it. Okay.
I'm going in.
Bill! Damn it! Do you know where he keeps his stuff? His office, alright. Yeah, I got it. His files. Got it. Thanks, Laura. Bye. Alright. Come on, Bill. Don't let me down. I don't get out of my basement that often. Oh, God. What was this? Interface. Project Habitat. Ward 6. The hell is Ward 6? Good grief. What? I'd heard rumors about a secret experiment, about a secret lab in the Pentagon known as Ward 6, but I dismissed the stories as conspiracy theories, as nonsense. But when I used the key card at my Pentagon computer, it pointed me to the location of the secret laboratory. I used the card and stole inside. I saw the doctors performing neurosurgery on this crazy old bat, this senile old woman. Oh, and if you could have seen what they were doing to your brain, Francis Mayhaven. But apparently, back in the 1970s, this little nothing of a person, this inconspicuous little twit, had had a legitimate out-of-body experience, one that could not be explained to this very day. I didn't know it at the time, but this experiment would have lasting repercussions on Project Habitat, and more than that, it would spur the development of a pilot psychic astronaut program. But that's just one sad chapter in my long, long story. The next, for our purposes, came years later, in early 2026, if I recall. At that point, I was the head of Project Habitat and facing enormous pressure to get the project live. The smart houses were only weeks away from activation. The problem was, I couldn't get the goddamn interface to work. Not even with Bill's plans he'd left behind, the revered draftsman. And one day, I was in the smart house prototype, trying to get the interface to work, when I heard something.
Your good intentions paved the way for me to learn to hate. Your rules and restrictions and contradictions led me to my fate. The chill between us broke me down more than I care to say. I'll sacrifice if that's the price of your love, then I will pay. You left me unclean. Now I wander from room to room in the house between. You may see heaven or hell according to your doom, but I'll eternally dwell in the house between.
I saw the ghost, the female ghost, with my own eyes, and I knew then I had to solve its mystery. I decided that no matter the cost, I would trap it. I succeeded. I captured the ghost, the program, if you will, and I analyzed it. At its core, at its heart, was a snapshot of human DNA. How had it gotten into the smart house? Who put it there? And why did they put it there? I had no idea. The DNA itself belonged to the woman I had seen in Ward 6. I began to research Frances Mayhaven, her life, her work, her history. What I found was nothing, essentially. She came from a bad family, a fundamentalist one. She was a minor musician in the 1970s at best. But there was one thing about her, of course. It was that alleged out-of-body experience in the 1970s. I researched the incident, the attempted suicide and alleged out-of-body experience of September 1974. I went to Frances Mayhaven's old apartment, or what was left of it, in a ruined old building. I took a scanner and attempted to find fragments of her DNA there, even in the bathtub where she had slit her wrists. When I took that material back to the lab, I found that it matched exactly what I had found in the ghost, in the program that somehow miraculously appeared in the smart house. I interviewed the landlord, who hadn't rented that space in 30 years. He believed it was haunted. But more important than that information, I discovered that another renter had occupied the apartment directly below Frances Mayhaven's. And the strange thing was that person appeared just days before the suicide attempt and disappeared almost immediately after the ambulance took her away. That mystery man rented the apartment under the name Thomas D. Raftmans. I went to City Hall and looked through deeds and records, and what I found was that he owned a house in the city too. So I drove out to that house and decided to look around. It was abandoned, as if it hadn't been lived in 30 years. I got into the garage, and I found it was filled with boxes. All of these items in storage. And you know what I found when I opened each box? The exact same thing, over and over and over again. No matter which box I opened, it was the same set of items, as if they had come from a million identical or near identical universes. Oh, and 315. Has anyone ever told you what happened at 315? It was a devastating attack. It killed millions. The Outdwellers were blamed for the attack for convenience sake, and a war was launched. But they showed me, once I was with them, that they were not the culprits. We still don't know who committed the attack, but I have the feeling you were involved.
You're just wrong. You're completely wrong.
I surrendered my humanity a long time ago and accelerated my evolution. My sight now stretches far beyond anything a mere ghost in the machine could understand. Go to Arlo. Find out the truth. Make peace with it, machine. So, how are you, brother?
Doing better than you, I wager.
I do still care about you, you know.
Primitive human emotions have no place in your world, Sam. I remember that. I don't know what you are, but you don't care about me.
Some emotions are harder to get rid of than others. A downside of my new mental gestalt is that I have 100% perfect recall. For instance, I still remember the night you saved my life when I was drowning at the James River after graduation. Bill, I could give you the same genetic regimen that I took. It would take a long time, months maybe, but you and I could be a family again. Just think about it. The Clark boys on the same side. Imagine what we could accomplish. I have armies to command. You always liked impossible causes.
No thanks, bro.
Who's watching Sam?
Mr. Clark's taking a shift.
Perfect. Is the loop working yet?
Dr. Clark wants more time to study it before he brings it up 100%. I can't say I blame him. This same guy's got me spooked about it.
This thing works like a radio, right?
Yeah.
Then I need to send a message, a voice message to your home base.
I don't think it's a good idea, Mr. Crabtree.
Think about it, Grunt. We're about to re-enter a society at war. Don't you want to be introduced as a hero, a wartime hero?
Let's just bide our time.
See this?
Yeah, so what?
Read it. It has the official seal of the U.S. President on there.
Don't do this, Mr. Crabtree.
You want to keep your job? You let me make that call. Now!
Look, you want to make a call, make a call. I don't have any authority over you, but don't drag me into it.
How does it work?
You got an open line, but be quick. It's a temporary configuration.
This is Solicitor General Travis Crabtree. I repeat, Solicitor General Travis Crabtree. If you can pinpoint my location, I need a rescue team at my coordinates ASAP. I have apprehended the leader of the enemy forces, Sam Clark, and awaiting immediate evac. I repeat, I have Sam Clark in custody and awaiting further instructions.
That's it. You're off the air. Unit's still building power.
I think I made my point. You think they'll throw me a parade?
I just hope you know what the hell you're doing.
Just get used to humming Hail to the Chief when you enter the room. All right, Gomer Pyle?
Sam,
You've got to get out of here. The Outdwellers are here. They'll kill you.
I can't let them take you. I've got to kill you.
No. Let me help you. You've got to go. In the Outdwellers, there's no room for brotherhood. What are you doing?
I love you. They're coming.
Where's Sam?
I took care of Sam.
You're coming with me. I'm taking you back to the Outdoors, and you are going to save my people. You and your baby. I'm going to cut it out of your guts and see what makes it
not permit that!
Arlo, you can come back to my dimension with Teresa. I can recreate your oven, your kitchen. You'll be safe again. Don't be limited by others' ideas of morality, by a society that despises you. Don't hold back. Be what you are destined to be, a destroyer. Don't hold back.
All right. I won't.
What's up? Are you alright?
This is the room where I was born.
Astrid?
It's okay, Arlo. I'm not mad. And this is the conversation we've both avoided having. The one we've needed to have.
I'm sorry. I never knew how to tell you certain things. Felt awkward, I guess.
When you went into the dark matter, what was I? Was I a person?
How do you define that word, Astrid?
I'm asking if I am a human being. Was I a human being when you saved me?
No. Not like me and the others. I was never going to tell you any of this if I could help it. I was never going to tell anyone.
I need to understand what I am. Before you brought me here, I was like Vitality then? An evolved computer program?
Yes. Designed, I guess, to mimic the life of someone. The Astrid who lived once upon a time.
Then I am a thing. Sam was telling me the truth. And I always have been just a thing. Ever since I first opened my eyes in the house at the end of the universe. And when Vitality wanted to join with me, she chose me because she needed to reintegrate me.
She chose you because she wanted to believe in something bigger than herself. God, if you want to call it that. And you, a computer program or whatever, had that belief.
And my memories? They were never really mine to begin with. They belong to the real Frances May Haven, the one in Ward 6. God, this is driving me crazy! One minute I learned that my DNA is in every smart house across space and time, and then I find out it was never really mine to begin with. I'm just a copy of a copy.
Whether the house manifested you or God did, you've always breathed, always bled. You've always had a quantum imprimatur and a prana, right? Teresa sensed it from the first time she met you.
So I'm an electronic Astrid with tears and a soul, is that what you're telling me?
No, Astrid. Don't you know? Can't you feel it? You're a human being now.
What do you mean?
From the moment I manifested you in this place, I gave you a human brain, a human heart, human courage, everything. Don't you see? Whether you were actually a program, a ghost, or a manifestation of the house made to seem human, you've always been a person to me. Since the very first time you walked into my kitchen at the end of the universe and talked to me like I actually mattered. So when I had the chance, I made you into the human being you always were to me. It doesn't matter what you were before. It only matters what you are now. And that we're friends. Besides, you'll always be more human than Travis. That's for sure. It's okay now.
Has anyone else been thinking what I've been thinking?
That Sam was accurately relaying the truth about the loop for me?
Not everything he said was a lie.
It doesn't matter whether or not he was lying. The die's been cast. I called home and someone's coming to get us.
Travis, why would you do that? There's still so much we need to know.
Too much you need to know, Dr. Spock. I want to get home, get away from all of you, and be where I belong, the Oval Office. I could have gone back a war hero. I'm just going to have to settle for Solicitor General.
Jesus, Travis, we're not ready. The loop is still a mystery to us.
That's why I'm here, Mr. Clark. I will settle all your mysteries to the best of my ability. Just consider me your emissary from reality.